Okay, so I've shared with you my Google Classroom writing workshop space. Again, it's on the expert pieces. Now I'm going to share with you how I go about creating these lessons. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to go to the waffle and go to slides so that I can create a blank document. Then I need to think about what is coming up next within my writing workshop units. I'm going to go with writing a personal narrative. So here's my title page, Introduction to Writing a Personal Narrative. Too long. Writing a personal narrative. And introduction. So when I'm ready to add my next slide, I just go to slide, new slide, and this is where I would start to plan out. How do I want my students to begin this writing unit? You would probably want them to brainstorm a list of things that they could write about. So here, brainstorm. Down here, I would include bullets for them to fill in. I love the stars, so I always do the stars. And if you just include as many as you expect them to come up with. So if you want 7 ideas, give them 7 bullets. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here is their brainstorm. What I like to do is I really like to show them my thinking along the way. So a lot of times you might remember that from the previous video. So I need 2 of these. So if you right click, you can duplicate slide. And then I'm going to write on the first one, my brainstorm. So what are some things that I can write about for a personal narrative? With my students, I always have them think about things that have happened with specific people or at specific locations. So going to Disney World with my family. Going on a cruise to Alaska. What else can we write about? Going to Ohio for Christmas. Having our friends over for football and tailgating food. And I would just continue this list. After they brainstorm, what are they going to do? They're going to choose the topic that they like best. So you would add a new slide. New slide. And if you go to layout, you can choose any of these layouts for your slide presentation. I like to do this one or the blank one. So choose your story. And so now I need to include a box. Let me see if this is what I want. Yep. The story I chose. And then I need some more boxes because now they're going to have to plan it out. So the way that I teach my students to do stories or personal narratives rather is, and I love colors, so I change the colors all the time. So here I need to click back in first, and then I need to copy that, paste, no, don't do that. So I will go back to the rectangle, make another rectangle. We do first, then happening? Next. And finally, in there. So that's how I teach my students to plan it out. You might teach them differently. So again, this might look different for you. And again, I want to remind you that it's really helpful for your students to see your work throughout. Just like in the classroom, you're demonstrating on chart paper or you're demonstrating just typing on the Promethean board. However you do it, it's helpful for them to see you going through the process. So here, again, for Choose Your Story, I only have one of those right now. I'm going to right click. I'm going to duplicate the slide. I'm going to go back to the first slide, so that they can see my example first. I'm going to look and see what do I want to, which topic do I want to do? I'm going to do having our friends over for football and tailgating. I'm going to type that here. Having our friends over for football, tailgating. And then I'm going to type here my first thing that happened. Archer family arrived. Then Melissa and I started to put out all the food. Next, the game started. Last, ate a lot of delicious food. In my previous video where I was walking you through the expert piece that my students had been working on, I talked about the importance of videos to help also. So one thing that I do is, if you go here, you can go to video and you can insert videos if you know what you searched for. Like if you have a specific video that you want to include, you can search through YouTube here. I usually don't know which video I want, so I go here. And these are the videos that I really like, the ones with the like the cartoon characters kind of acting out. So I am familiar with these videos already, and that's what I would choose for writing a personal narrative. So again, I found my video through YouTube. I've watched it, I've approved it, I like the way that they're explaining it as well. So I'm going to go back to my slide presentation. I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to go to Video, and I'm going to search for it. Third grade personal narrative. Fingers crossed it comes out. So now I need to find the brainstorming one, which is what we were covering today, and I'm going to need to put it into a slide. But I forgot to add that slide, so I need a new slide. Don't need another title page, so I need to go to Layout and just the title. How to brainstorm. And now I go back, Insert, Video. Thank goodness it's still there. And these videos are short. You do not want super long videos. These are just to help them kind of get the information one more time. So this video is only 3 minutes long. You can see when you are looking at the videos how long they are. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It is very important that you watch the video prior to sharing it with your students. You need to kind of vet it, make sure that it's appropriate, making sure that it is following the lesson that you have presented to your students so that it is applicable to their writing. So now that I have this slide presentation done, I can go to theme and, well, here's the theme right over here. I can change it if I want. Let me go. This one looks great. And now it looks fancier. It's done. You don't have to save it. If you X out, or you don't have to, but you need to go back to your classroom, you're going to go to classwork. No, you're not. You're going to go back up to the top and you're going to hit create assignment. And the title of it is whatever you want it to be. Introduction to personal narratives. Instructions, whatever you want to tell your students. I usually do 0 points. They know it's being graded. I've given them their rubric. No due date because sometimes it takes longer. If you want to do a due date, you can, but that's completely optional. Topic, I always like to organize my things within topics. So here we are, personal narratives. If you go to the paperclip and recents, here we are writing a personal narrative. We're going to add that. Over here, this step is extremely important. Students can view file. That's not good enough. You need to go to the drop-down menu. Students can edit file. Nope. We don't want that. We want them to make a copy for each student. So here you click that, then you assign it. And now all of your students will be able to open up the slide presentation and they will be working on their own unit. So everyone will have the writing a personal narrative lesson and they will be able to work on it by themselves. I'm not actually going to assign that. One other thing that I would like to point out is that when you are doing these, if your students want to repeat the lesson on their own, like let's say they're really into writing workshop, you can teach them that if they go to file and make a copy, they can make another copy for their own personal use. That's usually very helpful. All right. I hope that this was helpful to get you started. Thanks so much.